openers.
He says here, Nancy Mace says she felt threatened, harassed, and in danger because a man asked her a question. Why are conservatives putting up with this ultra-feminist bullshit from a Republican politician? Even AOC has never gone this far. And, you know, I don't know why I've said this in the last show, but I'm seeing more and more of these people that, and I'm not saying Nancy Mace is pretending to be a Republican, but I'm seeing more and more of these people that were former Democrats that are basically kind of just waiting for the Democrats to come back around so they can jump back to their old ways. And I don't know. That's just popped in my head right there. And I just hope this isn't one of the things that is going on with our politicians as well. He said,
Andrew Wilson's basically kind of popularized it now. He's kind of like opened the door for people to do this, which I think Matt Walsh might have done regardless. But with the covert feminism stuff, right, going after Tomi Lahren. Now, I don't think Tomi Lahren was ever a former Democrat, but it's clear that some of that ideology is like leaping across the aisle and finding itself among a lot of our pundits and a lot of our politicians.
Yeah, well, that's the result of the constant barrage of woke feminist bullshit that has been pushed by mainstream media and these pundits from the left for decades now.
Right.
We end up starting we start to inherently use the words that they use. It just becomes a part, you know, just it's almost hard to avoid because it's running so prominent the way that they push these things.
Yeah, and you think of it at large, right, with like all the blundering with like things with like Pam Bondi. Now, Pam Bondi is not somebody who exudes overtly like Nancy Mace does the extreme kind of covert feminist stuff. Pam Bondi is actually like the least that's like that. But then you look at the two better examples are Nancy Mace and Kristi Noem. Like Kristi Noem is like insufferable. I mean, like it's just like one thing after another. No, Nancy Mace is extreme with it. I think there's no one I find in Congress more insufferable than Nancy Mace. Like I think she is the worst, like the single worst person that's in all of Congress. But then you also have with Kristi Noem, where she's like, she recently took a photo where she has the rifle pointed in the guy's face standing next to her because she's doing all these like I'm a boss babe photo shoot. She's had multiple of those now. She had the one at CCOT. She had the recent one pointing a gun at somebody. You know, she has like that awful book that she wrote that Lord knows why anyone let her publish it, talking about like the fake story about going to North Korea and talking to Kim Jong-un, and then like also the infamous I killed my puppy story. And you even have like all the girls in media like calling it out too, which you have like people like Anna Perez and others like that too, but pointing out like, you know, how long did she do her, you know, sit there and do the curls in her hair for before she went in front of these cameras to do these ridiculous photo shoots that like are pointless to even be there. Like why waste a trip to go to take in front of a photo in front of a prison? Especially, you know, some of the things that she's posted. But Nancy Mace though, over the top. I mean, like it is aggressive. And, you know, she's the one who constantly talks about how is it Citadel? Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but it was like the whatever that army education place she went to, and forgive me because I'm butchering it so bad, but it was formerly like men's only, right? And like she was the one like she paved the way. She went into a men's space and dominated, and then her entire stick now is how men are invading women's spaces.
Oh wow, I did not know that. I know that her shtick now is trying to get the trans member of Congress to stay out of the women's bathrooms.
Right.
But she was the first woman who
graduated from Citadel. Yeah. So her whole thing, like her whole claim to fame was like, I'm a woman in a male space. Like, look how I could dominate.
Boss woman, like, boss babe, or whatever the phrase is.
Right. And now she's sitting here being like, look at all these men's invading women's spaces. It's like, bro, you did the same thing and you're still trying to do it right now. Like, and we'll see it in this clip too. Every sentence is like, and I, as a woman, and as the trauma as a woman, and being an empowered woman, it's like, dude, it's like she can't not say those things. It is aggressive.
It's crazy. I hate when people frame scenarios like that. You know what I mean? Right. Whatever it is, you know, how the left has introduced Donald Trump, the 40 times convicted felon Donald Trump, the white supremacist Alex Jones, or however it is. You know what I mean? They always got to like frame the situation, and
yeah,
I hate when they do that crap. Okay, so I'll go ahead and play this for a few minutes. Let me know when to cut it off.
All right, so it was probably the biggest viral video of the weekend. South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace posted this now infamous video online.
Okay, pause it real quick.
And was allegedly one of her.
That's why I know that trans woman we saw earlier is the same one. Nancy Mace is the South Carolina rep. Where Myron Gaines did his Uncensored America on the 22nd of April was in South Carolina University. Now it makes sense why that trans person was present at both of those political events, was because they happened in the same state. Now that makes more sense. I know that was the same person.
Okay. Well, yeah, it seemed like that person's shtick was to try to trick you that I'm a female. What about now when you hear my man voice?
Right. Now I just think you need to be put down.
Get out of here. Now I'm scared. Get away from me. I pee on people that scare me, so that's my natural defense. So unless you want to get peed on, get on out of here.
Right. Right.
Constituents confronted her while she was shopping. Take a look.
I do them every year.
Every year.
You want to keep going?
Do you
want to keep going and keep harassing me? You could have gone to a dozen town halls last year.
I asked if you're doing any more this year. It was one simple question.
Yeah.
Are you doing a
I've already done one. I'll do plenty more.
Any more this year was a simple question.
You're always invited.
Okay, sweet. Well,
and by the way, I voted for gay marriage twice.
What does that have to do with
me?
me?
I'm just saying, it has everything to do with you.
You think everything about me has to do with gay marriage?
I do,
That's
absolutely.
Your first stance when you speak with me?
Because you people on the left are crazy.
So
okay, so I forgot I've seen this interview before, and one of the most annoying parts to this is the fact that it concludes multiple times, and she's saying "get away from me" or whatever, but yet she reels him back in to continue the argument. It's like one of these. It's like the vicious cycle, like how everything goes in a circle. You find yourself back where you started, like when you're arguing with the drunk that gets belligerent and they're mad about something, and you calm them down, and then they're like, "Oh, but wait, well, the one thing that pissed me off a few minutes ago." Now they're pissed off again, and you got to talk them all the way back through the circle, and then pissed off. It's like the annoying scenario that this is to me.
Well, that's what I thought when I watched it. It was like, you're seriously making me take the gay guy side. You're making me do this right now.
Right. It's like you had it won. Just let him walk away and take the win, but you just had to go back.
Crazy.
I'm absolutely
crazy. And get out of my face. Goodbye.
See, there he goes.
You're gonna be voted out so fast this year.
I'm not. I won by so much.
You're a disgrace to this state. That's what you are. You're a disgrace. I asked you a simple question, and you just to go on this tirade and tell me you.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Get out of my face. Get out of my face.
I mean, he is shopping solo in an Ulta.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like they both look bad. Don't get me wrong.
What's your name? What's your name? Yep, I sure did. Absolutely. Get the out of my face now.
Beep 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 beep.
It reminds me of that bloody fuck you running video. And then they drive away. Okay, have a nice day.
Weekend afternoon going shopping, right? In a post on Facebook, the man in that video said in part that he won't apologize for speaking.
What's that?
So just listen to how she talks, dude. It's insufferable.
Okay.
Up or for publicly asking a politician to do her job. Here with her side of the story, Congresswoman Nancy Mace. Congresswoman, well, apparently you've had a very eventful weekend. Apparently there's another video.
I mean, and just to point out, another congressperson on Fox News. I mean, they're just propping Fox News up with Trump's cabinet in Congress and everything.
Well, if you keep it on that freeze frame, like that's what haunts me in my dreams at night. Like that reminds me of the Solo. If you've ever seen the anime, like the Solo leveling, when the statue has like the creepy ass smile and it keeps getting like bigger. That's her, dude. Like that's. Can you imagine you woke up and she's like over your bed, like oh god, like what the hell's going on?
Hey, quit smiling at me. Quit smiling at me.
First time I'd ever cried for my wife if that lady came at me. Oh my god, please, God save me. Like, dude, terrifying.
Hey, Evil Elmo, have a good night. It's good chatting with you too, buddy.
Yep. Have a good night, brother.
I was just told you might have put up, but
No, I see that too.
let's go to this video in particular. What happened? What was going on behind the scenes? And how did the issue of gay rights come up in that conversation?
Well, right. I just wanted some face wash. That was it. I went to the store. I had a little bit of time.
Oh, no, I don't know if it's the color on the screen, but she should have been getting some teeth whitening stuff too. But maybe that's just the resolution on the screen.
I like how actually, what's his name? Hannity. Like, this is like a loaded question because
face wash.
Yeah, face wash. Yeah, I know. But it's funny because I thought the same thing too, was like, she brings up the gay marriage thing out of nowhere. So she actually just doesn't really address it, which is like, yeah, like you said that out of nowhere, bro, like to this guy. Which
Right,
is
well,
like,
was that her trying to say like, hey, look, I'm an ally? Was that her trying to like virtue signal and say, look, I'm an ally?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the way that I took it, was she was trying to tell him like, hey, look, I don't disagree. Whatever. I don't know. It's weird.
I love the gays.
Right.
So tired, man.
Mm-hmm.
Time to myself on Saturday afternoon, want to go shopping like I do. I'm a normal person. I do my own grocery shopping.
She profiled that man.
This guy approached me, and I will tell you, I felt threatened. I felt harassed. And I will tell you, as someone who's experienced trauma in her life, and a lot of women will understand what I'm talking about, when some guy gets in your face and approaches you in the aggressive manner that he did, and you feel like you're in danger.
And now she's playing like the lefty victim card.
Right.
It's like her leftist came out, but then it's coming out again. It's like, really, it's just her true colors seeping to the surface.
And dude, and he's practicing like social distancing, dude. Like, he doesn't even come any closer than like 6 feet, any closer than that frame right there. Like, yeah, you felt threatened and harassed. Like, if you feel threatened and harassed like that as a female, like, you're probably like leaving, right? You're probably making a quick exit and just getting out of that area.
Yeah, nobody's making you stay there. You don't need your face worse that bad.
Right. And to say harassed when it's like you're going back and forth with each other, like, then he should be able to say you harassing him, right? Like, what the heck?
Right. Well, and the thing about that is to say that you're being harassed while he's the one that walked away first, and then you kept like reeling him back in. It's just so weird. It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Instinctively, as women who've been through trauma, who've survived sexual assault, survived domestic abuse, you have two options. You can fight or you can flee. And Sean, I'm a fighter. And I've never back down from a fight. I will stand my ground like any strong woman should. And I will tell you, this was the third incident I had last week alone. The incidences of threats, the threat of violence, the people coming up and harassing me in public has increased exponentially over the last 6 months since I came out, standing up against the trans community, standing up against men in women's dresses. And I just had an event at the University of South Carolina about an hour ago. I wrapped it up, and a man in a dress picked up a potted plant and acted like he was going to throw it against me. I just posted that.
My life was in danger.
You can follow it at Nancy Mace.
Like, it's so sad, and like, bro, it's all on video. Like, all these incidents are on video. Like, no one, like, her security was just like, well, that whole thing was happening. Like, they're clearly not concerned, but she's over here like, I just had to reach deep in my bag of all of my shared tumultuous emotional trauma with all other strong women, and they'll all understand what I mean. It's like, dude, everything, but nothing you're saying is matching up with anything on video.
She sounds like one of those women that would pick the bear.
Yeah. Well, at this point, I was waiting for her to say, and actually, Sean, I really feel like he did rape me in a way. Like, dude, like, I was waiting.
I'm gonna meet too this guy. Done. Anybody else? Yeah.
Turn it off, dude.
Yeah. Or Nancy Mace said, or you can find it online. But my security team thought he was going to throw the plant at me because I used the word babe. He was offended by it, and then I used the word trans, and he was more offended by it. But the lunatics on the left, they're dangerous, and women need to stand up for themselves. And I was the first member of Congress to say, I'm going to hold the line for women and girls everywhere. And since that time, the amount of aggression that I've had from mentally ill men, from men in dresses, from men approaching me in public, like this guy, this Daisy Dukes guy, the short shorts guy, just as I was trying to buy face wash. It's not okay. And condoning this kind of behavior is only going to lead to violence.
Or did anything
No, it was
happen
not.
prior
It was
to you
not.
start? It was not. What happened prior to that?
Well, he started up on me prior to this, and I fumbled. I tried to get my phone out as quick as I could, but I had a bag, and I tried to pull it out fast and start recording as much as I could. I've decided that I'm going to start recording these people in public. I probably don't have enough iPhone space on my phone, but I deal with this stuff day in and day out. This was the third incident I had last week alone. And the week before that, there was a man in Pennsylvania who was arrested from Butler, Pennsylvania, that threatened the president, President Trump. I was the only member of Congress. He threatened to put a bullet in my skull. Most of this stems from my position about protecting women and girls in private spaces. And inherently as a woman, when a man like this comes up to me and is aggressive in public or private, inherently I'm going to fight back. I'm going to stand my ground. I'm going to be a strong woman because I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. Men like this, it's not okay. This kind of aggression is going to get someone hurt or worse. And it's not something I condone. I'll stand up and fight.
Well, thank God she wasn't concealed carrying at the moment, because that guy might have been.
Right. Yeah, and I wouldn't defend her, dude. We'd have to go to prison for that. There's no reasonable perspective that you had an imminent threat to your life there, dude. The guy made it a point to like stand at distance, and then when he came back around, he made a point to also like not cross the threshold of the aisle again.
Right,
like, he did everything he could.
His threat was you're gonna lose your next election. His threat was you're gonna get voted out. It was like literally the exact way that you should handle a politician is you're gonna lose your next election and you suck.
That's a great point. It's like I'm gonna make sure that we get rid of you legally, and then she's on Fox News the next day. My life was threatened. It's like, dude, bro, it's so bad. Terrible optics.
This vile man was at the store, and all I wanted was face wash, and he was. I mean, just get out of here. You know what I mean? It's so bad. It's so cringe. It's
women like her ruin it for the rest of them. It's like, because just even having one woman like this is enough for me to be like, nah, we can't have women at all. Period. Like literally, no, I can't. None of them are allowed in.
Right. Tex Bomber says he looked like the nicest gay dude too.
I know. That's what I'm thinking as well, bro.
Dude, he's like, oh fuck this bitch. Yep, she's gonna get out. None of that stuff. It was just you're gonna lose your election. You're vile. I don't like you. I'd much rather see the left handle their opposition like this man than their normal, MO. Yeah, just me. It's teenager behavior,
right?
And it's a shame. It's shameful. She'd be getting
I talked to one of my constituents today, and I felt like I was gonna die. I mean, that's a sign that like you're not doing so hot, man.
Right? Yeah. King Solo Wings. He asked a politician a question about her next event. Then she said, she will lose her next election. What a leftist. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. And the thing is, she was like, if you would have, she like immediately countered it. I did town halls last year, and I'm pro-gay marriage. Leave me alone. Like, I don't know. It's just so stupid.
Right. And then, well, imagine all that, right? You're saying all that, and then you come on Fox News wearing the fattest cross earring I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
Like, that's right. Like, take that stuff off. And like, this is the reality of like, you're not a Christian woman at all. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you don't sit there in a position of power and influence, vote for homosexuality to be more pervasive in this country, and then sit there and claim Christ. Like, get the hell out of here. You're over here being Peter, man. You're denying him before you, like 3 times before you get there. Like, it's like, I can't stand that. It bothers me so badly that people do this, and they feign the whole belief in Christianity, but it's all of this fake global homo just jihad of sewing circle Christianity that is just a perverted form of it. It is not Christianity at all. It's a false religion. I disavow it entirely. And Nancy Mace is a product of that, and it's just a sad thing to see. And I think at this point, she's too old. She's probably not going to change her ways. I can't see it happening.